Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today we have both of our LA Knight. Yeah! They are both at level 100, they both have their 100 matches and they both have their 10 variants. Didn't need to do the variants, but I did it all the same. He is of course the United States Champion and he is the Battle Pass card, and now we're going to see what the Pro looks like and just how strong it becomes. You can see that his stats are already fairly ridiculous for single cards. Now let's combine them and see exactly what this is going to look like. And there you can see him dancing along there with his hand raised in the air and the microphone in his hand, ready for his fans to chant "LA Knight" indeed. And he does have a little bit of a startup animation where he comes out of the bottom there, so that's pretty cool. And let's just compare in general whereabouts he stands. So he's already at level 0 with no matches and 5 variants, stronger than our Pro Legion Kairi Sane, who only has 5 matches, only 1 of her variants, and of course significantly stronger than those ones. Our Lyra Valkyr is actually at level 0 as a pro, is actually weaker than Bianca Belair as a single, which is horrifying to say the least. And also Charlotte Flair is above what our pro Lyra Valkyr is, and that is a gold star pro as well. That's absolutely crazy. So I think once this LA Knight gets his 105 levels, he will absolutely surpass our fortified 3 JBL up here and the People's Champion, the final boss, The Rock, and of course the OTC, the original Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, as well as the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels as well. So there we go, there is what LA Knight looks like. I don't think I've got anything to train him up with at the moment. Nope, we are out of enhancements. I had some enhancements earlier, but they've all been used to trade up a lot of the other Legion cards that we have managed to accumulate. As you can see, we've got one or two of them. And of course, next up is going to be Last Man Standing, which will be starting in 4 hours and 26 minutes. I've said before, I'm not going for a high number because they generally aren't worth it, but let's take a look at them. There is what the brand new Legion event card looks like. We don't know if this is what the double heroic Legions are going to look like as well, whether they've got the same standardized image for just Legion rares, or if this is just what the PvP Legion rares look like. So I think everyone's going to be playing this Last Man Standing, and as I said in a previous video, I don't think it's worth going for a high number, and I'm going to show you exactly why right now. Because if we look at Inferno tier, you can see that the special limited edition Undertakers and the Trish Stratus are the strongest cards. Then after that you have all of the double heroic rares, and then you've got the Fortified 3, that is the Cody Rhodes, and then Bianca Belair, Damian Priest. These are the SE cards. And then under there, under a Fortified 1, you've got our The Rock, which was a PvP card, and that was ranked 2,190. And out of 10,000, when 2,000 is below even SE cards, that's pretty crazy. And then you've got a Fortified 1 AJ Styles, which again is an SE card, and below that is our Jey Uso, that was ranked 2,757. Now, 2,757 is still nearing the top quarter of the 10,000 players, and it just doesn't seem worth it. I mean, if you can get into the top 50, the top 100 or whatever, you will have a card that's round about this area, you know, round about the limited editions, round about that kind of thing. It will be stronger than double heroic, but if you are not willing to spend a tremendous amount of crazy amount of money, because you need to spend the money on getting the point doublers, you need to spend the money on getting the reveals, you need to spend the money on getting the shields, the blocks, so that you can actually make it through a lot of these levels, especially when you get into the later ranges. And eventually you'll get to a point where it's just pure luck, even if you use all the blocks, all the reveals, whether you actually get to progress or not. And when you get to that stage, if you haven't used the point doublers up to that point, people will start taking you over. So if you want to go for that top 100 spot, you have to be using the points, the point doublers and the reveals and everything from the very, very beginning, the very, very get-go of it. And in my honest opinion, it's not worth it. It would cost... I've done it before, and it costs the same amount as it costs to get, like, maybe 4 heroic cards, maybe 5, maybe 6. So, I mean, you could get 3 double heroic pros for the same price, the same cost, and the same amount of effort as it takes to get 1 singular card. And of course, this is the very first Legion rare card, so it will be very, very sought after. Everyone's going to be playing it. The one that I went for, it was Seth Rollins, and everyone played that because everyone wanted the Seth Rollins card. And Sami Zayn, still one of the higher tiered wrestlers in the wrestling industry. Not even just in WWE, I mean, outside of WWE as well. You know, Sami Zayn is still one of the best wrestlers and one of the most well-known in the world right now. So I think he is popular enough. I think people are going to go for him. I think if this was like Roman Reigns, The Rock, Cody Rhodes, people would have went absolutely crazy for it. But because of Sami Zayn, people are still going to be looking for him. But because it's the first Legion rare card, that's what's going to make everyone try and get this card. So I think it's going to be difficult enough trying to stay in the top 10,000. I said in the previous video, I'm going to aim for the top 5,000. If I get into rank 3,000, if I get into rank 2,000, I'll be happy. If I drop down to 7,000 or 8,000, I'll be happy. But I'm going to try and stay above that 8,000 mark just to make sure, because if you're in the 9,000 range, then you can actually drop below the 10,000 just in the last little segment of the game on the 4th day. And do remember that this lasts for 4 days, so it's 4 days of sheer grinding. It is a tremendous time sink, it's a tremendous money sink, and it's entirely up to you whether you're going to go for it. Like I said, I'm going to try and get the Sami Zayn card, but I'm only going to treat it as having an additional Legion Pro. If we take a look at my right arrows here, I'll show you. Male right arrows. Our right arrows are needing a little bit of work. So, I mean, our strongest card here is the Fortify 3 Braun Breaker, then Xavier Woods, and then we've got a bunch of single Legion cards. So this right arrow Sami Zayn will help out my deck a little bit. But if you've already got 4 pro right arrow Legion rares, I'm not even sure you really need the Sami Zayn unless you're going to go for one of those high numbers to eclipse the rest of your deck. But that is going to be it for this little video, folks, and I really hope that you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Yeah! Goodbye, everybody.